South Korea last year achieved its economic growth target of 4%, which is the fastest expansion in 11 years. Growth turned out strong in the fourth quarter, backed by solid exports and private spending. Eum Ji-young has more.
Last year, according to the Bank of Korea, the South Korean economy grew at the fastest pace in 11 years. The Bank of Korea said Tuesday that the country's gross domestic product adjusted for inflation grew at 4%, which is in line with the BOK's forecast. It's a rebound from the negative growth of 0.9% seen the year before, which supports the BOK's continuing move away from its emergency stimulus measures. Exports, which were the mainstay of economic growth in 2021, rose by almost 10% on-year. Another main driver was an on-year rise in private spending of 3.6%.
Despite the surge in infections due to the spread of the COVID-19 variant, South Korea's exports, mainly semiconductors, chemical products, and automobile parts, have surged along with the globally expanding vaccine drive. Also, domestically, consumer sentiment has improved with the government's relief policies, the activation of online classes, and as people got used to the pandemic.
The new data for Q4 of last year show that the recovery remained on track, expanding by 1.1% from the quarter before. This was the sixth straight quarter of growth, again supported by strong export demand and a pickup in consumption. Exports increased by 4.3% on quarter, led by semiconductors, coal, and petroleum products. Spending in the private sector increased by 1.7% in Q4 on quarter, led by restaurants and lodging, which got a boost from a temporary easing of the distancing rules before the start of Omicron. Commenting on last year's growth in a social media post, Finance Minister Hong Nam-ki stressed that South Korea has achieved the fastest and strongest economic recovery among the G20 member countries. Hong noted that Korea was able to minimize the contraction in 2020 and return to strong growth in the pandemic's second year, a sign, he said, of the Korean economy's undeniable strength in times of crisis. Eum Ji-young, Arirang News.